Yesterday we discussed about the virtualization concept. Today we are discussing about the core concepts of cloud computing. That is why before going to that one, you should have an understanding of this virtualization concept. Already we discussed what I am doing. That is the thing. It's called as virtualization. Here, in the case of virtualization, we will call it as is a core technology. Yesterday I explained what is core technology, because with that particular technology, everybody is getting a feeling that everybody individual one-to-one communication is going on. Actually, it is not one-to-one, but still due to the virtualization, it is going to get. Now we will go to the next one, Web 2.0. Already I explained yesterday. Web 1.0, it's not supporting the cloud computing. Nearly 2006 onwards, Web 2.0 they implemented. That is why it is supporting, and as well as all our social media came after once the Web 2.0 is created, because Web 2.0 is there only this social medias can be worked, because all the social media is working with the help of cloud computing concept. Next one is service oriented computing. That is the thing we have to discuss today. Service oriented computing, you see the first line, it's a core reference model. Just now we discussed it's a core technology for virtualization, but this is a core reference model. What is mean by core reference model, and what is the difference between the core technology? Core reference model means it's a model, or it's a technology, it's not even technology, it's a computer model where we can create infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and platform as a service. That means first we have to create the cloud. Then only we have to think about the virtualization, correct? If you don't have a cloud, there is no need for virtualization. If you are having a cloud, once the cloud is running, everybody will get a feeling that it is communicating through one-to-one. For that feeling only, we are creating the virtualization. But how to create that cloud? That is the thing concept here. How to create that particular cloud? The cloud is created with the help of this particular reference model. That is why it is very important. Service oriented computing or core reference model to create a cloud. Now you can see here the second line. It's a concept of services can be maintained, a building block of application and system development. It's a building block of application. With this particular reference model only, we are creating the application, or we are put that application into that particular reference model. In other terms, I will take one example. Our Microsoft Office. It's a software. It's an application. It's a software. That particular software in the core reference model or the service oriented model, I am going to keep. There only I am going to create that particular cloud. And with the help of that one, in front of that one, I will put the virtualization also. That is the thing it is going to happen here. That is why it's a building block of application and system development. In other terms also we can think. I made one cloud with the help of service oriented architecture, because cloud want to make this architecture we want. Otherwise it won't behave as a cloud. Once I made that particular one, these applications are there. You can log in into that particular cloud. If you want to make one website, easily it is possible. You can use that particular application and you can make. And the next one is, if you want to develop something, that you can use it. But that architecture should be service oriented architecture. And what are the easiest things if you are using service oriented computing? That is highlighted using the red color. Development of rapid. Rapid means fastly you can develop the application. Low cost. Already you know, cloud is low cost, because we do not want to bring too many hardware devices, too many software devices. Everything it is going to provided by the cloud provider. And it is very flexible to us. The third point, it is very flexible. It is very easy to us to use and interoperable. That means two two software want to communicate. Otherwise, in one software it is implemented in C language, another software it is implemented in Python language. It is possible there. That is interoperability. The feature is going to come, and evolved applications and systems, and so many systems. System can be, sometimes we will think that system is a our computer system or CPU with the monitor. Not that one. Sometimes we will call it a system is a large amount of code also. So many applications are there, maybe large amount of code, maybe hardware devices also. They are just mentioned as a system. System you can think in both the ways. Sometimes a database management system only you will say. It is not database. Why it is system? It is a hardware? No, it's a software. But it having a lot of amount of codes. That is why we will call it as a system. That is why two ways you can think. Right. Next, the last point. Service is supposed to be reusable. Already you can know. One is done, we can be reused in some other place also. And programming language independent. Any programming language, once you made one product, any programming language we can implement it. And with the previously we talk about interoperability also. There in the case of interoperability, once you done, other devices also which is implemented in some other language also can be communicated. And next one is location transparent. It is very important concept. What is location transparency? Because yesterday we discussed about the distributed computing. At last we discussed about the cloud computing or grid computing, different other computing, utility computing. These all are history. At last we reach the cloud computing. That means cloud computing may use the functionality what it was there in previously. Maybe it may use the distributed computing technology. Here the location transparency means it is a concept of distributed computing. For example, now you done one application to a web application you develop, you are collecting the information of the people. That particular information, maybe it is not storing in on one server, not one cloud, multiple cloud they are going to create. Maybe in India, maybe some dummy servers or dummy cloud they are going to keep. For example, again, if you are requesting that data from that cloud, it won't go to US maybe. It may be going to provide from the India only. That is why the location you do not want to worry. Maybe your data may be stored in US, maybe Japan, maybe UK, maybe India. Wherever you are requesting from India, which is the nearest location that is going to find it out. And that particular nearest location, the data is going to take and given to you. And if you want to update the data, you can update it. Next one question will come as, if you are updating one place, what about the remaining places? The same data is there. If you are somebody is taking that data and if it is not updated, or if you are not updated that particular place, what will happen? Inconsistency is going to happen. Already you may be studied in the database. So that one, what we have to do? Once we updated in one place, immediately you may get the data from the India. Once the updation is happened, immediately the same updation, wherever the location in the world it is there, it have to be updated. Otherwise, it will get a inconsistency of data is going to happen. I hope it is clear. And we will go to the next slide. Next is a concept of utility-oriented computing. This utility-oriented computing, 1 minute. In the case of utility-oriented computing, it's again a concept from the cloud only. Utility computing is a vision of computing that defines a service provisioning model. Service model we discussed. Previously we said cloud is made up of service model. Same, utility computing also service model. And what it is there, what we are discussing in the cloud, what are the things it is going to get? One is storage you are going to get. Next is power. Power means maybe some hardware devices, maybe RAM, maybe processor, you can get the functionality. That's why computing power. Application, some softwares you can get. Infrastructure, again it may be network related infrastructure, you can get it. And how you can use it, that one, pay per use basis. Pay per use basis means how much you are using, that much you have to pay. That is a concept here. A utility computing is accessed on a widely scale. Already you can understand it is using by so many people, and they are using the facility of the utility computing, not even the application, they can use the infrastructure also. And e-commerce like our Flipkart, Amazon, everybody it is using the cloud computing only, and indirectly they are using the utility computing. That is a concept here. And the next topic is this utility computing is over. Building a cloud computing environment. How to build a cloud? That is a question now. Up to service oriented architecture, we already discussed historical development. These all are the historical development, service oriented architecture. From there only we reach the cloud. But in the service oriented architecture, we have service oriented architecture. That is why we can make the cloud. Otherwise, it is not possible. After service oriented architecture, once it is developed, that utility oriented computing came. That was using for previous year. After utility computing, this cloud computing concept came. That is why next concept it is explaining is how to build a cloud, because its history we studied distributed virtualization, Web 2.0. Now we will see how to build a cloud. For the cloud means one is application development. We have to develop some application. For developing that application, I want some software. That software is not available now. I have to, if I want to bring that particular software, it is costly for me. That is why I can use some cloud and I can develop it. That is why application development. First application what I want to develop using web application. I want to create a web application like www.bcgputtur.ac.in. If you want to do, it's a biggest advantage. Easily we can do it. That is why web application right side it is written as biggest advantage. Next is resource intensive application. Resource intensive application. There we will discuss about two concepts. One is not need always, and next one is for a long time. What is the meaning? Not need always means sometimes we may not want to, we may not going to use that service always. Sometimes only we will use. For need, not need always. For long time, maybe if I am using that service, I may going to use for long time. Two concepts, either that particular person may use rarely, otherwise that particular person may use that particular service for long time. Based upon that one, there are two divisions. What is data intensive and another is compute intensive application. Can you, anybody can respond what is this? First today I explained this one. As a basic understanding of cloud computing, I explained what is data intensive and what is compute intensive. Can anybody can respond?
Complex data and computing.
Complex. Vaishnavi, is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else? Nobody is responding. I should call the name. Yeah. Data intensive, she told is complex data. It's correct only. Her answer is correct. See here, data intensive. We are focusing on the data. What type of data? Maybe I will get a, normally I won't get a text amount of data. Maybe I will get a complex data like a video. It is very complex. Just to think that I have a video. That video have to play, having a content up to play for 2 hours. But I did not want to play that particular video. But I want to know about what that particular video is. Which topic it is talking. Without opening, I may not able to see. But through cloud, I will do the analytics. I will understand. That are data intensive application, very complex application. Video, it can be audio, very complex applications. Different types of data you already know. We discussed It can be text, audio, video, different forms of data. Their data intensive applications means very complex amount of data is going to get into your devices or the cloud. There we have to do the work. It is very difficult. That type of application, that is data intensive application. Next is compute intensive application. What is compute intensive application? More computation have to do. More than the data, the computation, that operation what it have to do is very complex. That type of application, sometimes some real-time application, some type of complex intensive application will be there. That too we have to think for building an application. What is one type of application will come is data. Another one is compute intensive application, more number of computation. Now next concept is infrastructure and system development. Infrastructure means cloud we have to develop that infrastructure, and its system development, how to develop that particular one. For that one, which of the old technology you are using? Old technology, first is distributed computing. What is that? The data is not storing in a one place, data is going to store in multiple places. That wherever that data is there, there it is going to execute and getting the result. And then that particular result, it is going to reflect in all the places. That is called as distributed computing. Virtualization I am not going to explain. I hope it is clear to everybody. I should explain that one again. Can you respond? Anybody?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. I think one person. Other people are still having doubt. Correct? It's clear?
No, sir.
No doubt, sir.
Yeah. We will go to the next one. Next is service orientation. Just now I explained. And Web 2.0. That means what are the histories are there. Whenever you are writing the cloud computing, you should know that this everything it is kept. That is why we can implement the cloud. Web 2.0. That are the core technologies which is helping to develop this cloud. That is the infrastructure, how it is developed. I hope it's clear. Now next is there we have to develop the infrastructure as a service. What is infrastructure? Hardware device, or we can call as network providing devices. That we have to add in the cloud and we have to provide. This everything, the last line, with everything is provided with the help of Web 2.0. The web is not there. www, that is web. Web 2.0 means that only. That particular protocol, www, what we will type, World Wide Web. That is web we are saying 2.0. That is not there. That is not there. That means not 1.0, 2.0. Technology constitute an interface through which cloud computing services are delivered. Through 2.0 only we will get the cloud service, as well as it's managing, because management is very important. Because you can see I am giving a talk, nearly 48 students are attending. It have to manage by the cloud. It is not a very simple task, and it is provisioned. I written the meaning, allocation of cloud provider resource and service to the customer. And it, for example, now Suhas is asking 1 GB. 1 GB data he want, or 1 GB storage he want. That allocation have to be taken care by the cloud provider. That is called as provision. And what are the services for that 1 GB? They only have to provide. They have to taken care of him. Otherwise, maybe 1 month or 2 months he may going to use. Next month he is not going to pay. He may go with some other service provider, cloud service provider. That is a concept. Next one is, which are the common platforms and technologies? Cloud technologies. In other words, if you can say that, which are the important clouds, what we can see here? 3 total we have 6: Amazon Web Service, AWS, Google App Engine, Microsoft Azure, Hadoop, Force.com, Salesforce.com, Microsoft Aneka. What you have to study here is, each one is one slide only I added. What you have to study here is what type of service they are going to provide. Which type of servers, what are the server name? That two concepts, each and everybody you should know. That means the 6 people or 6 cloud technology. First we will go to AWS. AWS, infrastructure as a service. They are concentrating more on infrastructure. Infrastructure means hardware devices can be used or network related devices can be used through internet. That is the main focus of Amazon Web Service. And one more thing it is there, infrastructure of service, as I already said, it is virtual compute. Definitely everything will be virtual only. And infrastructure, some sort of virtual computation have to do. Storage definitely, and networking. Infrastructure means storage and networking. Previously in the diagram, first diagram, we already seen in the case of infrastructure, some computation have to do. Without computation, we cannot able to store it there. No? That is why some virtual compute have to do. Virtualization also you understood. Next is AWS is known for compute and storage on demand. Already you know. Compute means some sort of computation is required to store that particular data and storage. And the two important cloud from Amazon. That is the next two things. One is EC2 cloud. Amazon EC2 we will say. Elastic compute cloud, and Amazon S3 simple storage service. And two cloud, what are their functionality, what they are providing. That is the last two lines it is given. EC2, how to access the EC2 cloud. Now you want to access the EC2 cloud, Amazon EC2. They will provide two things. One is through web. They will provide the URL. You type that URL. Take their service, you pay it and use their service. That is the first one. AWS Console Web Portal. That is web portal. Console Web Portal means that one through web. Or next one, Web Service API. API means Application Programming Interface. Next thing is, what I have to do is, you can create one web page and you can ask them, I do not want to use through the web. You send that API. API may be some code, program, or some file, anything, sometimes some number also, that you have to add to your web application. If you are added it, definitely with that particular code, it is going to connect it with their cloud. Which cloud? EC2 cloud. Then you can use the facility. That is the two things. Either through web portal, otherwise web service API. You can talk with them or you can send a mail, they will send that particular one. With that one, you can attach with your program, or you can develop one page, web application, there you can attach, because it is required here. When it is required, for example, you want to use one facility of Amazon, directly you can log in through web and you can use. Now you developed one website. In your website, you are giving different facilities to the user. Just to think that different facility. For example, in your website, you have all the engineering books, PDF are there. PDF means people can't download, they can view that one. Each textbook, they can open it and they can read that one, but they can't download. Now, this EC2 cloud people are allowing one facility that the people can download it, but they have to pay. Then what you can do is, in your web page, you can give a link to EC2. How to give a link to EC2? You have to contact that particular Amazon EC2 people. Then they will give that API. That API you add it in your code. Then that will produce one link. Once that people are clicking on the link, it will automatically go into Amazon EC2. I hope you got that why it is there done in two ways. Because based upon the application only they are developing. Next is Amazon S3 cloud. Amazon S3 cloud is major focus is for storage. Bucket means, do not think that in the house you are using bucket. No, bucket. Here bucket is nothing but it is storage, it is thinking. It is objects of any size. Object means data of any size can be storage, and it is storing in the binary format. It is ones and zeros. That is the thing for the S3 cloud. Now AWS is over. Now next one is Google App Engine. Next cloud. First one is IaaS. Which one? Amazon Web Service. That again we will recollect. Two clouds, S3 and EC2. EC2 two ways it can be used, and S3 mainly concentrating on the storage. IaaS already you know IaaS what is the use and name also. You have to, once you are writing in the examination, do not just write IaaS, write infrastructure as a service, then bracket you write, so that that impression is going to get it. Now Google App Engine is a runtime environment. Then definitely it is a runtime environment. It is like a platform as a service. It's like a platform as a service. That means some operating system they can going to provide to you. Google App Engine, and mostly devoted to executing the web application runtime environment, and it can be executed the web application because they are going to provide the operating system. With the help of we can execute also. And this next line, Google to dynamically scale as the demand varies over time. Because for example, you are saying that you are not requesting the data size. You want to store your data. Maybe somebody will say that I want 1 terabyte. Or maybe you will say that completely I want 5 terabyte. In some cases, again, I won't say that how much terabytes is required. From my company, how much data is coming. Maybe one day, maybe 2 GB, it should be stored. One day, maybe 1 terabyte may be going to generate. That also should be stored. Another day, maybe 2 terabyte. But based upon that one, it can be dynamically handled. Or dynamically handled your runtime environment. Just to storage case, I just take one example. Dynamically handled based upon your runtime. It is not statically. And next one is service including in-memory caching. In that you see about this, all the properties are the properties of the operating system. You may be studied in OS. Cache memory. What is cache memory? The cache memory is a memory which is there in the processor and which is handling with the help of operating system. Whichever the data you want to use always, that particular data will be there in the cache memory, correct? And it is scalable data storage also. And the job queues, already you know, the jobs are coming in the queue, and one by one we are going to one by one we are going to the processor and we are to solving it. And message facilities. These are the properties which is given by the Google App Engine. One time is runtime environment, and most of the facility which is providing by the runtime environment, job queues, messaging, scaling, data storage. These are the facility. Now, developers can build and test the application by own machine using App Engine. Next thing is, this is a runtime environment. It's an operating system or it's supporting thing. Runtime environment means not only it's operating system, just operating system is there, we cannot able to run, and it's supporting things also is there. Now you are saying, I cannot able to connect with the cloud, I can develop my web application. What you can do? They will provide some SDK, software development kit from the Google App Engine. You go to that particular cloud, they will provide the SDK, software development kit. You download that particular kit, and you download the kit and you put it in your system. Then you develop your application there, or you develop your website in your system only. They will do, you can test it, that is working or not. That also locally you can do it. In your system you can do it. You can test it. That is why last line it is saying here, test. And you can test it there. You can run it. Run it means it will going to open in the web browser, because it's a website you are developing. Because you don't want to connect with the net. You do not want to waste your memory, or not memory, your data. Once it is done perfectly, then you can load into the Google App Engine cloud, which is remotely, that is migrated. I hope it's clear. Migrated means from your local system, you can put your website into the Google App Engine. First one was infrastructure. It was Amazon Web Service. Second one was like a platform. It is nothing but the runtime environment. Third one is Microsoft Azure. And which company it is given also, you don't have any doubt. I'm not want to explain. The name itself, it is showing. Google, obviously Amazon means Amazon. I do not want to say. Next one is Microsoft Azure. It's a cloud compute. It's a cloud operating system. Again, it's a operating system. It is going to provide and a platform for developing the application. Only operating system, there is no use. There should be having to develop our new application. It's a runtime environment like previous one only, Google App Engine, and it having three main roles. That three main role you should know. One is web role. Web role means you can design one website. That's it. Nothing more than that. That is called a web role. Using this Microsoft Azure, you can develop one web application. Once you are developing the web application, what is the workload? How much people are using your web application? Everything we have to check it out. For that one more application they written there, that is called as worker role. That is a worker role. That is a, again I already highlighted here. It's a container of application. Container means lot of applications are there, because maybe one application it cannot be able to check the workload. The name itself it is there. Can be used to perform the workload processing, amount of processing. This first one is just for web application creation. Next one is developed based upon the processing of that particular web. That is worker role. Next is last one, virtual machine role. It is going to create the virtual environment. If you want to develop a thing in a cloud, what are the things are required? First, you have to develop that application. That is with the help of web role, correct? Web application it is developed. After that, that application have to execute it in the cloud now. For that one, worker role, amount of processing. Next one, how to see that user. User have to get in a virtualized way. Otherwise, so many users we cannot able to satisfy. For that one, virtual machine role. I hope it's clear. It is Microsoft Azure. Next one is Hadoop. It is an open source. I hope you can. You do not want to pay for anything. You can download it and use. Having a large data set. What is data set? It's data. It can be any form of data. It is having a large, it can process a large data set. That means bulk amount of data can be processed on commodity hardware. Commodity hardware means not to post computers like what computer we are using. It's a commodity hardware, normal computer. There we can execute with the help of Hadoop. And Hadoop, I hope big data you are going to study it clearly this particular concept. I think in the 8th semester you may study the big data. There you are going to study MapReduce. But if I am explaining in whichever the way what they are given in this cloud computing textbook, you won't understand because it is completely explaining in a theoretical way. That is why I will take one diagram from your 8th semester so that you will understand it. Otherwise, I cannot able to make your people to understand even though we are sitting remotely also. What I am saying, just understand clearly, then I will move to that diagram. Okay. MapReduce. There are two phases are there. One is mapping phase and another one is called as reducing phase. That it is, you should know. Who developed this one? None other than Google. It's a product from Google. Hadoop. Now we will see the diagram and then we will come back to the theory. Very simple diagram. This diagram is visible to your people. Can you respond? Or again, I should zoom it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Now it's
Yes, sir.
It's visible. Somebody told no, I think. Visible?
visible, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Visible.
yeah. And now I will take it is a real-time example. Based upon that one, I will explain. All right. Vaishali, now she is using Hadoop. She is typing her input only. It's the left side it is showing. There are how many divisions? Input, split, map, shuffle, reduce, output. There are 6 divisions. Vaishali is typing from her home. Input is see sport run, run sport run, see the cat. I don't know the meaning of that one. You have to ask to her only. Meaning I didn't understand. You have to ask to her. Anyway, one sentence, got it. Now that particular sentence, I have to go for analytics. Because Hadoop is Hadoop means people will say that analytics. Hadoop is used for storage as well as analytics. Both. It will store and then it will do the analytics. What is analytics? We are going to discuss. Storage, it will store name node, data node. Let it be, leave it. I don't want to explain everything. We will see that everything later. What you want, I will explain here. First is split. What is split? This particular sentence I have to split into divisions. First is split, first line it is took, and it is first split. You can see there, see sport run, which is the next line, run sport run. See the cat. That is splitting is happened. Next space. What their aim is, how many times that particular word is coming, want to count. In the map phase, we are doing that one. See, how many times it is come, comma 1, only one time. Sport, how many times it is came? It is 1. Where? In that particular rectangle. That you have to say. In that particular rectangle, how many times that word is repeating? Sport 1, run 1. In the next also run 1, sport 1, run 1. Next also see 1, the 1, cat 1. Next is shuffle, means the same thing, it is going to a same rectangle box. That is called as shuffle. I hope it's clear. See 2 times. Here entirely how many times C is coming. From there the proper arrow mark you have to put and you have to draw. One thing in the examination, if you are able to write this particular diagram, it is well and good. Because it is very easy to study and it will be helpful for your future also. That's why try to study this particular diagram now itself. Next, sport. Wherever sport is coming, their arrow mark have to go to that particular one. Now C is 2 times, sport is 2 times, run is 1 time, D is 1 time, cat is 1 time. Everywhere from split to map only 3 division. Why here 5 division came? Anybody can say? In the shuffle phase there are 5 rectangle box or square box. Why?
Words.
Yeah,
Word.
different. Yeah, correct. Different words are there. How many words are there? That many it's going to come. Just to think that, just you think that this is a small sentence. This many shuffling is coming. If it is a big paragraph is coming, what is the situation? But these are going to execute within a very short period of time by this Hadoop. Now you reduce. What it is reduce is doing? Can you say anybody? I hope you can say only. What reduce is doing?
Redundant is removed.
Redundant?
Removed and count is written. How much time it is
Yeah, it's
repeated.
correct. It's correct. See, at last what we want in this one, how many times the character is repeating. See how many times, sport how many times. That is why the same thing we will write only once, because redundancy is not required, repetition is not required. How many times it will come? 1 plus 1, 2. Sport 2, run 3, D 1, cat 1. And the output will get to the user as C you are typed 2 times, sport is 2 times, run is 3 times, D is 1 time and cat is 1 time. I hope you can see the data flow is like that. Arrow mark is showing from left to right. Apache Hadoop parallel map Redis data flow. Previously I told that Google, now why it is came to Apache? Apache is another company. Why Apache? First it is Hadoop was done by initial one was Google. Then hello, somebody was to respond. Okay, tell me. You want to say some answer? Okay. First it was started with the Google, then Apache came into the picture. They are going to take care of this one. That's why Apache Hadoop, Apache Tomcat maybe already you may be studied. It's a server. That one. I hope you can read that particular one and you can understand. Otherwise, what I explained, can you able to write in the examination? Anybody can respond? Nobody? Everybody is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next is Force.com and Salesforce.com. That is another two cloud. What is the use of that particular cloud? I told now. What is that particular cloud is doing? What is the exact functionality of that particular cloud? That you should know. Nothing more than that. Now Force.com and Salesforce.com both are doing the same thing. It's a platform for developing the social enterprise application. Enterprise means business related application. If you want to develop a business financial institutions, trading enterprise, business related application, if you want to use, you log in into this particular cloud and you do it. That is the meaning. Salesforce.com, which way service is providing? SAS, software as a service. It is simply it is saying the next one. Force.com developers, your people, to create the application. Which type of application? Financial or business related application. Ready to use blocks for storage. Blocks are there, and complete set of components means facility, because business related, for example, business related things, some business related terms have to use, its calculation you have to use, correct? That everything has components. Some program they already develop it, that you can put some drag and drop facility. It is already provided in their particular Force.com. You can use that one, drag and drop facility. If that particular you are going to implement a new functionality into the finance particular software, means you have to develop and you have to make it as a component so that other people can use that particular component. I hope it's clear. Everything it is completely hosted as a cloud, and it is service oriented architecture. Definitely there is no doubt service oriented only will come, because it is a cloud one. I hope it's clear. Mainly is financial, and already it is provided the functionality as component. You can drag and use. Otherwise, if you want to do a new one, you do it and add there. Last one, our other company, Mahindra Soft Aneka. What is the use of that particular cloud? And this is the end of our first chapter. Now we are going to the second chapter. Today we will just start one or two topics. This one first we will finish. Aneka. It's a cloud application platform for rapid creation of scalable applications. Scalable, you know. Now you are used to some facility. Tomorrow you want to add use more facility. It is possible. Yeah, seamless and elastic manner. Seamless means very easy manner, very easy. Elastic means elastic manner, scalable one time they use, and elastic also they use. Elastic means we can increase it, some functionality maybe after some time. If you want to reduce it, it's possible. That particular functionality they are providing there. It is a distributed environment. There is no doubt. Distributed means what is the data it is generating there? It is storing in different places. That is a concept. Already I explained so many times. Flexibility, easy to use, simplified manner. And what are the things they are going to do? Scheduling, runtime scheduling of your activities. Scheduling is required because it is executing in the cloud only. Execution, accounting, billing. Accounting means how much you are using. Maybe based upon that one, you are giving the bill to, they are going to give the bill. Today you are using 1 hour, that bill will come. Tomorrow using 30 minutes, it's bill. And they are going to provide the storage also, storage of the data. And another one is they will always think about the quality of service. Quality of service is very important. You connected with the cloud, your data speed is very high. But if you just using the functionality, you are waiting for 5 minutes. Are you ready to wait? No. That's why quality of service, they are giving an assurance about the quality of service by Microsoft Aneka. I hope it's clear. Any doubt in the first chapter? Then we will go to the second chapter. Anybody have doubt? Please ask. Then we will go to the virtualization. Any doubt? Vindhya? Vindhya is absent, I think.
Yes.
Doubt is there. Yes, yes, doubt is there. Yeah. What is your doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt.
No, sir.
Okay. Vishnu? Vishnu is absent.
Yes, sir.
Absent only, correct. You told. Yes, sir. You have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Yashaswini? There?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Any
Yes,
doubt? Any doubt?
No, no.
Oh, from the first year onwards, you don't have any doubt. That I know. Good. Okay. Sujindra? Sujindra?
No, sir, no doubt, sir.
Okay, okay. Now we will go to the next one, virtualization. Basic concept. Already you know what is virtualization. That's why I think I don't want to explain that particular one again and again. I given a brief idea that is enough for you to understand this everything. That's why I done initially itself. Otherwise, you may face the problem. One person maybe today also, if we are yesterday one task it is lost also, sometimes they will understand once if they attended my first class. That is the aim I done it here. Virtualization. Yeah. Somebody want to talk something? No. Okay. Virtualization, the first line itself it is showing is a fundamental component. Any doubt? Anybody? It's a fundamental component of cloud. No, otherwise this what I am explaining may not reach to your people. It is going to secure. Any doubt? Security is going to provide from the cloud provider side only. Customizable, isolated execution environment. Any doubt in isolation? Can you tell the example of isolation? Anybody? Isolated execution environment for running application. Can you say anybody? What is the meaning of that one? Ria?
Different execution environment.
Can you say what is the name? 1 minute. Who responded first? I can't.
Sir, Sandesh.
Huh? Sandesh KS.
Sandesh.
Oh, Sandesh, today I think rain will fall. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. What you told, I didn't hear you properly. Please.
Sir, different execution environment.
Can you tell one
Yes.
simple example? That only it is happening here.
Sir, this Microsoft Teams, sir.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
are
correct.
getting different.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you see here, one important thing here is now two people are using one cloud. Your data is separate, another person data is separate. It is storing in different place. Whenever you are again login, your data only you can see. You can't see the other person data. It is isolated. That is the thing. Now, what in this particular case, if I am taking what we are discussing now, it is not isolated case. Means I am talking. I want to. My words have to reach to every student. Now, one of the student I want to isolate here. It is possible. That is the concept. Running application. I hope it's clear. You are in the track. Next, Ria. Next question I will ask. Don't worry. It's a combination of software and hardware. Any doubt? Ria?
No, sir.
Why it is software and hardware? This hard disk is a software, correct? Hard disk, correct only. Ria? She
Yes,
won't
sir.
hard disk is a software. Wonderful. Did you see the hard disk anytime?
Yes, sir.
Hard disk is how? It's a program, right? Hard disk is a hardware device which is used to store the data, a combination of software and hardware, because only hardware we cannot able to do anything. We should have a software. Above the hardware, the software have to do. Correct. That only we are discussing in the. And next one is elastically scalable application. I hope you can understand, because that every term we discussed previously. Elastically means can be increased, can be reduced with minimum cost. There is no doubt. Customizable computing environment on demand. Any doubt? No doubt, I know, because it is very simple. You can write it. Once if you are reading easily, you can write. Next question. Why virtualization gained interest? Any doubt? You are getting that functionality. Why you are having doubt? Increased performance and computing capability. No doubt. Because if you have computer having only 2 GB RAM, the speed is less. You take 6 GB from the cloud, the speed is going to increase. Computing capability, that only I said now. Underutilized hardware and software resources. And one more thing you can do, your computer having more hard disk capacity, you can sell it to the service providers. They will use that hardware. There is no problem. Your hardware devices can be used, but it will be securely they are going to take care. That also can be used. That can be do. Underutilized hardware and software resource, because simply you brought one hardware or one software for 1 lakh. Weekly 2 hours you are using. Why we are wasting the amount? Some people like Sandesh Bhatt can waste because having more amount. But you should not do it, Sandesh Bhatt. What you have to do is you have to use the cloud. Increase performance and computing capability. Definitely they are giving the performance and computing capability and effect of limited use of resources. We can use the limited use of resources. The resources what we are using is limited, but they are giving a better performance. That is the advantage. Next is lack of space, server consolidation, diffusion with a large data centers. That I will explain that one. Efficient use of computer server resources to reduce number of servers. It's very simple. For example, in our AC room near to there only I am sitting, I can see so many server be kept there. Instead of that one, that all the server what we have to provide, we have to provide the AC. Am I right? Otherwise, it is going to blast. So every server we kept in a room, and it is a closed room, and that much heat is going to generate. And it is if that heat will come to S, again it is a problem to the S. That is why there a complete 24/7 AC is going to run. Not even AC, there again they are putting the fan also. And for every that bill will come, what bill? Electricity bill will come more. Am I right? For instead of that one, why you are worrying? You go with a green initiative. Take the use of everything from the cloud. And you paid them monthly wise or yearly wise, that will be better. And having disadvantage and advantage, that is the other concept. But advantage I am speaking. Next is the last point, the rise of administrative cost, power consumption and cooling cost. I hope already I told. Increased number of server means again managing it is difficult for us. System administration task. Hardware monitoring, hardware is getting any problem, we have to see if it is here. Replacement immediately we have to do. Server setup, monitoring and backup. Maybe for example, you see here, we having a limited amount of storage, maybe 2 terabytes. After some months, the 2 terabytes it's going to fill. Then what I have to do? That I have to store in some other place. Again, the server should be free. That backup have to be taken care. I hope it's clear. Now the real virtualization one diagram, and with that particular diagram we will wind up today. Characteristics of virtualized environment, the first diagram we will see, and we will wind up today. Remaining we will see in the upcoming class. virtualized environment. Yeah, this diagram is properly visible, everything?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's a virtualized reference model we will call. If they are asking for examination, what is virtualized reference model? It's very simple. 3 layers are there. I will explain the 3 layers. Correct? I hope you can see host, virtualization layer and guest layer. Right? Now host. Host is means wherever we are keeping the hardware device, that is called as a host. Then where is that host? It may be there in the remote location. Amazon means their company they are going to keep. If it is Google means their company, it is going to keep. That is a host. It's a physical hardware device. Physical means, what is the meaning of physical? We can see it. Can you able to see that 2 computers and physical storage and physical networking? In the networking, some other green color, some devices. It may be some NIC card. There may be thinking like NIC card. This everything it is there in Amazon server. You just think that Amazon S3. Now, software emulation. That some terms are there that we will discuss tomorrow clearly. Emulation, I will say. Now, next is virtualization. That means different feelings the user have to get through the virtualization layer. It's a technology. This service orientation we discussed. In the service orientation only we are keeping these hardware devices, or we are putting that application in service orientation. Then only cloud will come. Above like that, virtualization software we are using. That is why virtualization layer. Because one hardware device is there, people may feel that so many are there. That we will discuss later. Now, physical hardware equivalent virtual hardware. I hope it's clear. Physical software equivalent virtual software. Maybe here virtual software means multiple people can use. I will explain in the next layer. Virtual networking, physical networking, virtual networking. Next is guest. That means you and me. Through browser we are using. That are guest. We are not getting an actual image. We are getting a virtual image. Because 100 people are getting, 100 people won't get the hardware device a real image. They are getting 100 virtual images. And each image is separated because I will do my work, you will do your work. And applications. In the application, they are not using the virtual. Can anybody can say? Because everywhere, after the virtual layer, everywhere it is virtual image. Why it is application, it is not virtual? Can anybody can say? Virtual. Why it is application, virtual application, why it is not used there? Tirtha? Tirtha, absent I think.
That's it.
Yeah, Tirtha, what is the, where virtual? They forgot to type that one virtual. Did you have any feeling like
No,
that?
sir.
Yeah, why? Just guess it. Network issue?
No, sir.
Yeah, why it is application what they have mentioned. If they are using virtual application also correct. Application why they have mentioned here is, for example, Mozilla Firefox is one application. It is executing in your machine only. Correct na? Using that one you are connecting to the cloud. That application can be said na. That they can think na. But here it is showing as CD. Maybe floppy disk. That may be executing in your local machine. That is the thing they are saying. Even though that one you do not want to think. You think your browser. Browser is an application. It is executing in your machine. It is not a virtual one. It is a virtual one. No. The virtualization is getting through that particular browser. That with the help of the virtualization layer. I hope it's clear. That is why they are not use the virtual applications. Can you use a virtual application? Yes, if you have written virtual answer, it's correct. And one more thing I am saying, what is diagram it is given in that particular textbook, please draw that diagram as it is. Because as a person who is going for the valuation, he may be taught that particular subject and that diagram will be there in their mind. And based upon that one only, they are going to correct. But actually, you can write the virtual application also. I hope it's clear. Its basic theory is going to come on tomorrow. We will discuss on tomorrow. It's clear. Anybody have any doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt. Very good students. Like these students, we have to get for teaching. Always no doubt.